And welcome to the beautiful, beautiful airport here. This is Orlando Sanford International, located in lovely Orlando, Florida, somewhere around Kissimmee, but don't Kissimmee. And we're at 30.02 QNH here. I've tried this flight twice already, and both times I froze up or something happened toward the latter part of the flight, 3/4 of the way in, or nearing the airport. And we're going to get to the bottom of that today. I have uninstalled Traffic Global, something I really enjoy. I love Traffic Global, but I feel like I need to troubleshoot this issue. So we're going to see if we can make it all the way, all the way to a lovely Asheville. I've yet to see Asheville, but we'll get to see it in the daytime. That'll be nice. Clouds, everything look nice. Weather looks nice. Winds are very friendly with us today, so we're going to try and make this 404 miles worth our while. Okay? All right. Let's hit the aircraft. Right, we're cold and dark, and definitely saying no to any of that right there. So we're cold and dark. I'm going to drop the battery guard, align the IRSs, we're going to start the APU. Oil pressure message should be coming up. Okay, and let's go ahead and set a steady position light, anti-collision. And it's going to seem kind of ghost townish at this airport. Let's drop these to on. And there's the APU bleed, which, by the way, I need to turn the bleed on. That would be important. Let it get going. And so our goal is simply this. We want to make it comfortably to Asheville today. I think we can do it. Right, we've got blue lights on our APU, so we're going to start the APU.
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
We're not about to go. Brian, you're in charge of all comms.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Understood, Steve. I'll handle all the comms from now on.
Brian, please get our IFR clearance. And I'm loading the flight plan.
Contact clearance for our IFR clearance.
Right, so first of all, we're going to go to position init. We're going to grab one of our settings there, position settings.
220, requesting our IFR clearance, please.
Then I'm going to go to route and flight plan
I'll grab
request.
that clearance. Give me just a minute.
And load.
Legion 220 cleared to Asheville. Radar vectors worms. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.775 squawk 1354. Expect runway 9 left.
Stanford ground, Allegiant 220, cleared to Asheville. Radar vectors to worms, then is filed. Climb to and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 320 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.775.
Departure.
Squawk 1354. Anticipate runway 9 left.
Is 09 left?
Is that correct?
And we're going SFB1.
Boarding is in progress, Captain.
And that's it for that. For
Ladies
our
and
arrival,
gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 220
we're going in on
We
17
kindly ask you to take your seats as per your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins
And
or
SUG.
under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of our lovely crew members. Thank you, and enjoy your flight.
Go ahead and take that discontinuity out.
Push and start approved, tail west.
Airside Services, load OFP.
Sanford clearance. Good morning. Jamaica 953 and A320 Neo at Stand 11 November with information.
As much as things are a lot less busy at these airports, because obviously I've got no traffic global, so the traffic insertion's not there, I will say that it even bumps my frame rate up a little bit more. It's nice. The CPU, we're hardly even touching our CPU. Our frame rate, by the way, stays, our FPS stays around 55. Well, let's see if we can get through this. Right. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. 3002. And passengers, I see we should have passengers loading in just a moment. If they don't, we just have to go up to, this is a Zibo thing. Turn that hydraulics down. You have to turn the no smoking off and back on. They load. Looks like we're refueling right now though. We're about full. I'm determined to make this flight. It's been aggravating. I hate it. If it really is traffic global that's my holdup, I really hate that. Okay, by the way, the Zibo thing for passengers boarding, set no smoking switch to off and then auto or on. So we'll go off, on, and passengers will be loading. And Zibo guys, you did such a great job on this. Something you may have noticed, but I take my seat out on the Zibo model, and I can put the yoke back if I want, and maybe after takeoff I will, but I like having my space here, and my freedom. I can get to everything. Okay. They just closed the door. Did you hear that? You're going to probably see a jetway being pulled away. So passengers are loaded. Then for me, what that means is I can go to...
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross check and all call, thank you.
10 minutes out. Departure on 119775, squawk 1744. And we're going to explore plan for runway 18. Citation 60, Uniform Sierra.
According to this, our fin res is 2.5.
Clearance delivery. November 51 Lima Charlie.
Our trip burn is 7.9.
Stanford ground, Skyhawk 1433, requesting taxi to the active.
And we'll go to takeoff. Get my information up. And for takeoff here, we're going out on flaps 5. Our center of gravity is here at fuel and weight balance and payload. Center of takeoff weight is 28.2 to 8.2, and wow. That's peculiar. Usually it gives me a trim adjustment setting, and I don't even have my V1 speeds loading right now. Not sure what's up with that. We're gonna find out.
Oh, that makes more sense. Osiris did 1,400 damage to me from contagion.
Runway winds are 065 at 7.
Bro, that hurt.
And our flex temp is 5.5. No, excuse, not 5.5. Sorry, 5.1. 5.1.
It helps with the basic attacks a little bit. Also just gives good life steal.
And we want to do a
My auto steal.
cutback takeoff. We'll see. It kind of messes with me when I do this, but I'm going to do it. Okay. All right. Peculiar. You notice normally my V1 speeds are there for me, and I'm not sure what's going on there. It was me. I never hit load after all that. Wake up, Steve. You see? Okay, y'all saw what I did. Okay, it's kind of a okay. That's my one bonehead mistake for the flight. Because if I go back now, take off, bam, there they are. If you notice over here, this says no V speeds. Here's why. It's waiting for me to do this here. So I'm going to go V1. All right, still there. V2 or V rotate. Now the V speeds are loaded. So V1 is 138. And there's V2. V2 is going to be put right here. Okay. And we're going to bring up the flight directors and auto throttle. Course directors don't play into takeoff, so anyway.
Gosh, my life steal. I've cleared 2 camps. This is my health now. I have a 400 HP earlier.
All right, Brian, would you please get our pushback and start clearance? Which ought to be not hard because there's like, look at that.
I'll request pushback and start clearance.
It kills me not to have traffic global because it really does add so much to traffic.
Requesting clearance for pushback and start.
So I hate that, but I feel like it's going to be since it's in the log text.
Legion 220 pushback and start approved. Tail south.
It's what shows the most. So you know.
Are we winning or losing this fight? I don't know.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Q8 Pilot is on right now, and if you drop off to listen to Q8 Pilot, I will not hate on you because I drop off of Q8 Pilot, but I'm determined we're going to get this Asheville flight in.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said it's not a little wet.
So I've got my brake set right here.
Orlando clear, good morning. Allegiant 3035 with information Lima request clears to Kilo Tango Yankee Sierra.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
You heard it.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Position like the strobe and engine 2. Watching for 25 right here. 25, 25, 25. Do I have 25? When it gets around 25, we insert fuel. Up. That's pretty good. He's navigating those cones, which they're flexible. They don't hurt him. Okay, engine 1, start. Watching for 25, 25, 25. Two, 3, 4, insert fuel. Alright, going up top.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight.
Yaw damper on.
Welcome everyone on board on
Window
behalf of
heat
Regent
on.
Air, Captain Steve Good, and First Officer.
Just
Approach
about done
on.
here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
My name is Caroline, and I'm your lead flight attendant today, along with my fantastic crew
Packs
members,
auto.
Emily, Jake,
Isolation
Sarah, and Tom.
auto.
We're currently pushing back from Orlando Sanford International Airport.
Engine
and we're
buses
looking
on.
at an estimated
Bleed
flight
off.
time of about 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Runway and taxi lights are on.
Radar vectors for practice approaches. Maintain 4,000 feet. Advise when
Checklist complete.
To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Engine set to continuous.
While seated, just in case we experience
Anti-skid set to RTO.
in the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure,
Flap set to 5.
drop down from
1,
the panel above
2, 3. That's 5. We can monitor that number right here. Just watch for it to go to the 5. Flaps in transit. This light lights up.
Life vests are located under your seat. To use them, pull the vest out, slip it over your head,
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
pulling down on the red tabs, or by blowing into the tube. In case of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to the nearest exit. There are 2 exits located at the front.
Alright, as it stands now, runway lights are on and our taxi lights are on. Brian, can you get our taxi clearance?
Your safety is our top priority. As mentioned, we have 2 exits at the front and 2 at the rear. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you.
And
Thank you for your attention. We'll be coming around shortly with refreshments. And remember, cash is no longer accepted, so please have your cards ready. If you have any questions or need assistance, don't
Brian,
hesitate to ask
get
any
our
of the crew members.
taxi
Enjoy your flight.
clearance.
I'll request taxi clearance now. I'll request taxi clearance now.
Alright, I said it twice too. Okay, you don't have to mock me. Any word? Any? Yeah. Are we just not hearing him? Let me check. I said we're say intentions. By the way, I'm still using say intentions. I don't think that will change. But I hate uninstalling Traffic Global. Love it. Love it. Come on, man. I hate to get impatient with him. Legion 220. We're requesting taxi clearance to runway 09 left.
Legion 220, runway 9 or left, taxi via Charlie Kilo Bravo Bravo 2.
Runway 9 left, Charlie Kilo Bravo Bravo 2, Allegiant 220.
What's wrong?
Sanford clearance, Allegiant 2905, looking to pick up clearance to Sioux Falls. Clear to Sioux Falls, radar vector worm in the file, climb and maintain 3000. Exit flight level 38010 minutes after departure.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
2905.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Little confusion there on pushback. My fault.
Good afternoon, Allegiant 44 Victor, request clearance to Key West.
I accidentally hit the reconnect button earlier. It was my fault. Okay. Now, disconnect. There we go.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Did they respond back on our taxi clearance?
Wait, what is the difference between the Bola and no Bola?
Thank you. Thank you.
Jen, the next one, what's the difference between Bola and no Bola? Like, is there any...
Right. Let's have an uneventful climb, uneventful descent, and uneventful approach. And I hate Traffic Global that you're in timeout. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. We're taxiing to 9 left. Right, we're gonna use all the runway. So we're on flex takeoff. Right, before we take off, last thing we'll do is start the chronometers. Brian, would you please get our departure clearance? Landing lights down, runway lights
I'll get our
up,
departure
and
clearance
taxi
now.
light up. And APU is now off. Usually I will leave it on right till takeoff here, but we no longer need it. It's not necessary.
I saw that 5. I saw it at 5. I backed it immediately.
Allegiant 220, holding short runway 09 left, ready for departure.
Wait, does your shield?
Allegiant 220, Orlando departure. Hold short of runway 09er left. Contact tower when ready for departure. Hold short of runway 09er left. Contact tower when ready for departure. Allegiant 220.
Allegiant 220, holding short runway 9 left, ready for departure.
Allegiant 220, Sanford ground, contact tower on 120.3 for departure.
Switching to tower on 120.3 for departure. Allegiant.
Allegiant 220, holding short runway 09 left, ready for departure.
Sanford Tower, Allegiant 220. Holding short of 9er left. Ready for departure. Good afternoon.
Allegiant 220, Sanford Tower, runway 9er left, wind 090 at 8. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Alright,
Allegiant 220, runway 9er left, wind 080 at 7. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Alright.
Runway 9er left. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
I
Allegiant 220.
I confess that's bad
Allegiant
crew
220,
resource
runway
management.
9er left, wind 090 at 6. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Right, front pressure on yoke. N1 is pressed.
Runway 9er left. Runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 220.
Allegiant 220, runway 9er left, wind 080 at 6. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 9er left. Runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 220.
We're a little redundant today.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up. Retracting flaps.
1000.
And command A.
Allegiant 220, contact departure on 119.775.
Switching to departure on 119.775. Allegiant 220. Allegiant 220, Orlando departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 190, turn left, heading 305, vectors to Worms. Then is filed.
190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190. Left heading 305, vectors to Worms, then is filed. Allegiant 220.
Alright, landing gear to off. RTO to off. Checklist complete. Flaps are already at retracted.
Maintain flight level 200. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Allegiant 220.
200. Okay. Alright, so we're on a climb. We're currently at 4,000. We're on VNAV and LNAV climbing. Our current course is to Worms. And then it's basically, we head north. We head straight north. Weather looks great. If you got to go through clouds, these are the kind of clouds you want to go through. And we're nearing 10,000. Landing lights will come down at 10,000. Landing lights off.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. Allegiant 220.
Dear guests,
270.
you've now reached a safe altitude and you are welcome to use your electronic devices. The lavatories are also available for your convenience. Cabin service will begin shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing Allegiant Air.
Cabin lighting to white medium, and entry areas to white medium. We've got plenty of light back there. Let's go cruise.
Welcome everyone on board on behalf of Allegiant Air, Captain Steve Good, and First Officer Brian Song on this flight to Asheville. My name is Caroline, and I am your lead flight attendant today, along with my fantastic crew members, Emily, Jake, Sarah, and Tom. We're currently pushing back from Orlando Sanford International Airport, and we're looking at an estimated flight time of about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now, let's go over some important safety information, shall we? Please ensure that your seat backs are upright and your tray tables are stowed. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. It is important to keep the seatbelt fastened while seated, just in case we experience any unexpected. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin position, oxygen mask will drop down to the strap of the buckle. To use the mask,
Okay. I think the progress bar is off. I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out later. Yeah, I think it is off. We'll see if it corrects itself. Right at 18,000, we will be moving the altimeter to standard.
Allegiant 220. Climb and maintain flight level 320. Climb and maintain flight level 320. Allegiant 220.
We'll be coming around shortly with refreshments, and remember, cash is no longer accepted, so please have your cards ready. If you have any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to ask any of the crew members. Enjoy your flight.
It's beautiful. Yeah, good shot. one more, 1,000 more, and we'll switch to standard on altimeter. Got it. And engines to off, right? Or the no continuous but off. Okay. I'm putting seat belts to auto. Leaving on that. And enjoy the climb for a minute.
Allegiant 220, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.45.
Contacting Jacksonville Center on 135.45. Allegiant 220. Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 220. Good afternoon. We're at flight level 210, climbing to flight level 320.
Allegiant 220, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
Alright, the goal for this flight simply is to make it to Asheville without a freeze up, and with no traffic global, I already see a big difference. We're doing about 55 FPS, GPU's at 98%, not sure what's going on there, and CPU's like 16-17%. It's not much. It's good. Okay. Could I request a coffee with half and half? What are our pastries today? Anything good?
Sure thing, Captain. I'll bring you a coffee with half and half right away. As for pastries, we have blueberry muffins and chocolate croissants today. Anything else you need?
3009 Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
Blueberry muffin sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for departure, I'd like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. Please ensure that your seat backs are upright and your tray tables are stowed. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. It's important to keep your seatbelt fastened while seated, just in case we experience any unexpected turbulence. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band.
Alright, we're going to come in VREF of flaps 40 at 145 and 110.90
Pull the vest out, slip it over your head, and pull the straps to tighten. Inflate it by pulling
for
down
our
on the red
frequency.
tabs or by blowing into the tube. In case of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to the nearest exit. There are 2 exits located at the front and 2 at the rear of the cabin. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage behind. Your safety is our top priority. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
And seatbelt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for departure, I'd like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. Please ensure that your seat backs are upright and your tray
I'm not sure what's up with her.
To fasten
Sorry.
your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a
Short-term
click.
memory, something.
To release it, simply lift the buckle. It's important to keep your seatbelt fastened while seated, just in case we experience any unexpected turbulence. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the
Alright,
flow of oxygen.
descent.
Place
We're
it
going to
over
work
your
on our
nose and
descent
mouth,
info
securing it with the elastic band.
and
Remember
our
to put
arrival.
your own mask on before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. To use them, pull the vest
Is
down, slip it over your head,
3018.
pull the straps to
Arrival
tighten.
is 3018.
Inflate it by pulling down on the red tabs or by blowing into the tube. In case of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to the nearest exit. There are 2 exits located at the front and 2 at the rear of the cabin. In the unlikely event of an evacuation,
And
please leave
request the
your luggage
winds.
behind. Your safety is our top priority. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
And winds are loaded. And we are 313 miles from top of descent. Let's look at our waypoints toward the backside. Okay, there you go. There's one.
Jacksonville Center, DBM 00 Bravo, compares 2 down or 0. November 850 Sierra Bravo, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
Okay. And we're going to up our speed just a little bit. We're at a 0.76, Mach 0.76. We're going to go up to 0.80. Should not be a big deal. landing altitude is already set for 2,150. Elevation at our current destination is 2,164. It's a nice airport. I don't know where I am right now. That's nice. That's a really nice airport. I really don't know where it is. I could check the map. See. What would it be near? Jacksonville? Maybe? Let's see. Yeah, Jacksonville. And because I don't have the traffic global, it just looks like a ghost town. I hate that. Brian, what's our current speed in knots and miles per hour?
We're currently flying at 475 knots, which is approximately 547 MP.
Cool. Right, we have 276 miles to go to get to Asheville. Top of descent. We're still a little bit from top of descent, and then we'll be arriving from the north side of the airport on runway 17. We'll do an ILS frequency run, a landing. We already have frequency entered in the. I've got the descent winds already pulled down, and so we're good. We just have to wait. I've also upped our speed a little bit. I did a speed intervention on our speed, and I've got us at Mach 0.80, which basically comes out to about 548 miles per hour. It's about 486 knots, and so that should get us there even a little bit quicker. So we're less than 30 minutes outside of Asheville. So from the beach to the mountains, pretty clouds. Go ahead and set our auto brake anti-skid to 3 for our landing. our gross weight's going to be right at 148.5. That's a big help. So basically our VREF 40 plus 5 will put us right at around 148 knots to land. Okay. Okay. I'm dropping my altitude here down to 5,000 in anticipation for descent for approach, and VNAV will keep us within the airspace restrictions. That's the most boring part of the flight, but we'll get through it. Okay. 236 miles outside of Asheville. We may get some directed descent from ATC. That's fine. It says that with the weather we're going into right now, the ceiling's about 4,700 feet. We have scattered clouds at 2,800 feet. We have scattered clouds at 3,500 feet, and overcast at about 4,700 feet. Dew point is at 16 degrees, and humidity is 65%. And altimeter is at 30.18, and excuse me, 30.17. We're in the Zibo 737-800, but you probably already knew that. Our flight originated at Orlando Sanford International, and obviously Orlando, and it was a 404-mile flight to Asheville, North Carolina, to the mountains. Elevation in the mountains is 2,164 feet. We have our landing altitude set for 2150 since we have to round by 50s. We're going to go in with brakes set at 3, and we'll be at full flaps at 148 knots for approach. We're only 31 minutes into this flight. We're already this close. It's pretty good. This is our third try to make this flight without a freeze or lockup, and I think the log.txt shows my biggest culprit was Traffic Global, and we're going to see now with Beta 4 Xplane 12.3 if this corrects it. So if I make it all the way to land and I don't have a single hiccup, I think we've narrowed it down. I think we know what it was, but I hate that, really do. I was cheering for Traffic Global. I'm a little confused on our top of descent here because you see this? So the top of descent is 199 nautical miles away. We are currently 203 miles from the airport, and it is true we have to do a transition, but I just can't picture how we'd have time enough to descend at that rate. I just don't understand it. So. 192 miles outside of Asheville. Should be getting word from ATC here in a moment. 181 miles out. We're roughly 40 miles from descent. My co-pilot, or my pilot monitoring, Brian, has been hit and miss on air traffic today with say intentions. I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe he's tired.
Allegiant 220, contact Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5. Allegiant 220.
All right, what say you?
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 220. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 320.
Allegiant 220, Atlanta Center. Good afternoon.
They'll probably start descending us around Plyer, Plyrr. Plyer.
Contact Atlanta approach on 127.9er.
Over to Atlanta approach on 127.9er.
Those clouds are really pretty. Beautiful.
120. See ya.
See when he's going to descend us. I'm really curious. Last time ATC, they had us descending maybe around 120 nautical miles out, and we're only at 320, but also you got to take away the elevation, which is 2164. So we're already at 2,100 elevation, which doesn't leave a lot in the middle to descend. I'm needing a cup of coffee right now, but I've got to wait. All right. Anti-skid is set to 3. Descent winds are entered and are present, so they're ready to go. Our frequency for RLS approach is already set, and the VREFs are set, including the, let me make sure that we've got the course directors set correctly. They need to be, whoa, 167. I'm glad we caught that. Love checklist. Checklist complete. That was a lifesaver. Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world. Have y'all ever had that where you're coming in on a 737-800, you're perfectly aligned, everything looks so good, and you're right, yes, we're ready to start capturing the localizer, and you hit the localizer button, and your aircraft starts turning out to the right and just keeps turning, and you're like, what? What's wrong? And what's wrong is your course directors were set the opposite direction you were going, and course directors, if these aren't set correctly, nothing works right on approach. They don't matter any other time, but on approach they definitely matter. So always make sure. So in this case here, our course directors need to be at 167. What's below us? Welcome to the middle of nowhere. There's a balloon over there. See what will trigger the next event. I think it will be when we hit Plier. When we hit the PLYRR waypoint is when I think we'll get reached out to for about descent. So I did our auto brake numbers. So at auto brake of 3, that should give us 1,783 meters will be the amount of runway that we need. Still, that's a lot of runway, but the runway we're landing on is 8,000 feet. If you start breaking it down, 250, 275, it's about 2,750 meters at that. All right, in anticipation of descent, we are cutting back the speed intervention, so it's just VNAV's managing it. There we go. So you're going to see the throttle going back a little bit, and it's adjusting itself. So we'll go back down to about points. I don't know, 0.76, 0.77, Mach 0.77.
Allegiant 220, Atlanta Center, cleared flyer arrival into Asheville. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Back outside. I'm not
Cleared
spying.
flyer arrival into Asheville. Descend and maintain flight level 240 when ready.
That was for the cats,
Allegiant
not you.
220.
All right, let's put out some more, just a little bit more rival information in. Let's see, what do I have any rivals? I don't. That's funny. I don't have any arrival that I can even enter in Navigraph. It's just, hey, it's going to set me up for a transition of SUG, S-U-G, and we're going to come into land. That's about it. It's that simple. See out? Alright, slight turn here and we should hear.
Maintain 16,000.
Descend and maintain 16,000. Allegiant 220.
Alright, well, let's do it. Seat belts are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck here, we're on our descent. Seatbelt signs will be back for our arrival. If you're up and about, please turn your seats, fasten your seatbelts.
Beginning descent, seatbelt signs are on.
Thanks again. Hope you have a nice week. Have you on the air here very shortly.
Okay, Captain. I will make the announcement about the seatbelt signs being on.
Alright, we're about 94 miles outside of Asheville. Okay.
Contact Atlanta approach on 124.6.
We're 49 minutes in on the flight. That's it. Orlando to Asheville. I think even the default scenery for this area is pretty. Like Asheville, the mountains are beautiful here. Steady descent. And what I like about when you have more time to descend is controlling the speed. Your speed just is stabilized. Like right now we're at about 267 knots. It's just nice and smooth. Passengers aren't gasping for air, freaking out. So I use auto land about half the time. I try to kind of do a little bit here and a little bit there, but it you use auto land just enough to keep your skills up. But it's real, like on this aircraft here, it's very, very useful. And plus, we're going in on a runway that's extremely sloped, so it helps us out a little bit there. Alright, looking good. VNAV also helps me here when it comes to like help me calculate and make sure I'm my descent, my feet per minute is just about where it needs to be. I'm not overdoing it, underdoing it. Looks like it's doing a good job here. So currently we're at about 960 feet per minute, 1,000 feet per minute. Heading bug.
Region 220, descend and maintain 9,000, altimeter 3008.
Descend and maintain 9,000, altimeter 3008, Allegiant 220.
That's a big change. Alright, 3008. Everything's where it should be right now. Where course directors are set, heading bug is set. We've got our altitude set at 5,000, so it will take a managed approach to get there and follow all the restrictions. Anti-skid is set to 3. Our VREF is set in the system for a VREF of full flaps at 148 knots. And we're just on a slow and steady descent. Everything's looking real good. We are 60 miles from the airport from Asheville. So technically speaking right now, we're only about, we need to get down in a course of 45 miles, we need to be down by about 20,000 feet, which shouldn't be a problem. Alright, we're in sterile cockpit. Yep. 56 miles into flight right now. And just managing our descent. I was listening to a very interesting maybe it was it EasyJet? No, it's Adam Air. An Adam Air horror story today. I was watching one where the plane got off course because one of the RSs was way off, and they end up some crazy distance away from their airport and end up having to land at a...
20, turn left heading 345 vectors for the ILS runway 17 approach.
Okay.
Left heading 345 vectors for the ILS runway 17 approach. Allegiant 220.
345. Okay. They ended up having to land at some little podunk, small airport in the ocean somewhere, out on an island. I'm not sure which direction he's taking us, but I'll do what he says. The skies are so empty without traffic global. But I already see we're further along than we have been. So the log doesn't lie. It was traffic global. And I don't know what to do to fix it at this point. Hey, baby. Alright, we're 31 miles outside of Asheville.
Turn left heading 320.
Turning left heading 320, Allegiant 220.
320.
Direct wind.
He just sent me direct. Direct twins. Direct twins. I don't have twins. I think our approach might be different than what he has. We're actually going to be direct to Woogag. Woogag. We're going to be direct to Keens. Keens is where we're going to actually go and do a turnaround to come back for, and then we'll come back to Keens again. And we're going to do LNAV active. And we're bypassing Sug. We should have come in on Sug, but that's just not the way they have us coming. Allegiant 220, we're requesting direct to Keens, where we will do a turnaround at Woogag and come back to Keens for final.
Allegiant 220, clear direct Canes. Advise when ready for turnaround at Woogag and return to Canes for final approach.
Cleared direct Canes. Will advise when ready for turnaround at Woogag and return to Canes for final approach. Allegiant 220.
That was good. Did you notice how he understood everything I said? And he actually comprehended it. That was really good. I'll give them a gold star for that one. That was, I don't think.
Turn left heading 320.
We're ignoring that part here right now. He's already given us our instructions. Hey Jesse, if you're still there, I know I haven't been paying attention to the text, but hope you're having a good one. We're not far outside of Asheville for the third try. Some of my usuals aren't on here right now because Q8 Pilot's going, and I don't blame him. I like Q8 Pilot. It's good. I think he's flying a 747 today. I'll probably go over there after I land this.
Allegiant 220, contact Asheville approach on 125.8.
Contacting Asheville approach on 125.8, Allegiant 220.
Yeah, all good, it is. By the way, this really is a real neat airport to land at.
Allegiant 220, good afternoon, descending from 16,000 to 9,000.
If you ever get to go to this area of North Carolina, it's just beautiful. But the airport can scare the mess out of you when you come in for approach.
Good afternoon. Asheville altimeter 3020. Expect the ILS runway 17 approach into Asheville.
See what our altitude is now currently.
Altimeter 3020. Expecting ILS runway 17 approach into Asheville. Allegiant 220.
We need to get down. We're not low enough yet. I'm going up 2,000 feet per minute, but we're not low enough yet. I would even dare say when we come get on the Woogag here, I'm going to take off El Nav. Yeah, I am. Yeah, we're going to take off El Nav and just keep going. You got to be careful here because the altitudes. You can get in trouble real quick on your altitude.
Allegiant 220, turn left heading 275.
Left heading 275, Allegiant 220.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. Okay, that's where you see the mountains here are beautiful. Alright, landing lights are on. Oh, he's not live right now. Thanks, Jesse. I thought he was. I thought I saw something pop up, but he's not on right now. Okay. All right. Alright, we're getting turned around for, we're coming back to the Keynes waypoint for our approach, and it should be okay. I think we got time. Yeah, we do. Some of the mountains here remind me of Honduras. I think I'll be in Honduras the end of the month. They look a lot like this. A little bit. No, Jesse, I tell you what I'll do. I'll do a flight with it, but I have not, since the update came out, I have not done a flight. So what you're having, it just keeps crashing in the sim. Is there anything in particular that you're seeing, or what, have you checked your log text? What does your log text say?
Left heading 180.
Or yeah, what does your log text have to say about it? Like last thing before it crashed.
Allegiant 220, proceed direct WUGAG. Descend and maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 approach.
Direct WUGAG. Descend and maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 approach. Allegiant 220.
We can do that. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. Right.
National Launcher 75370, 3,400 climb. Bill approach Westwind 3657's with you.
Westwind 3657, good afternoon.
We're at flaps 5. Approach localizer is active, not captured, but active. And we're at flaps 15. Alright, we're at flaps 30, flaps 30 I think, yeah. Alright, we're stable right now on our approach. Alright, I'm just now reading Jesse. So, okay. Wow. Okay. I think I'm running an RTX 4070 GeForce and i9 and 64 gigs of RAM, but I will see if I have any issues on my side. Okay. Let's go down a little bit more. Hold on. I'll drop down to we're at full flaps right now. Full flaps, and we're all your other planes are doing fine. It's just that one. It's just the 777.
Allegiant 220, contact Asheville Tower on 121.1.
Contacting Asheville Tower on 121.1. Allegiant 220.
2500.
Gear down.
Asheville approach. Allegiant 220. Good afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 17. Asheville Tower, Allegiant 220. Good afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 17.
Allegiant 220, Asheville Tower, roger. Continue the ILS approach, runway 17. Asheville Tower, winds 180 at 4. Runway 17 cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
Runway 17 cleared to land. Allegiant 220.
2500.
I'm having to chase the localizer right now. I hate doing this. Here we go. Alright, I think we'll be alright, but I hate doing that.
Tower, Cessna 53070, holding short, runway 35, ready for touch and grow, departure.
Cessna 53070, Asheville Tower, right close traffic approved. Report midfield each time. Winds 160 at 5. Runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
There's a runway right there. Okay.
Thousand feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
It never came back live, so
Think rate. Pull up. 500. Pull up. Pull up. Pull 400. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. 300. Think rate. Think rate. 200. Think rate. Think rate. Think rate. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
never was able to capture on that. I don't know what went wrong.
Allegiant 220, welcome to Asheville. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching to ground on 121.9er. Allegiant 220.
I do not know what happened there. It never captured correctly.
Asheville ground, Allegiant 220, cleared of runway 17, ready to taxi to the gate.
It is, and I messed it up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. It never captured. I never actually captured the localizer. I had everything set. I was at the right altitude at the right waypoint, but I'm not sure what happened.
Taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 7 via Alpha 4, Alpha Delta, Allegiant 220.
Hold on, Jesse. I want to read what you wrote there.
Allegiant 220, taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 7 via Alpha 4, Alpha Delta. Good day.
Check my flaps. Yeah, I'm back
Terminal
down.
1, Gate 7 via Alpha 4, Alpha Delta, Allegiant 220.
Right. We're going to go ground services, GPU, and chocks. Start the GPU. Bring back fuel. Lights. And here we go. And let's close out that real quick. Hold on. We did landing about a 332 feet per minute, and I had to localizer never captured, so it got to the point I couldn't use it. Okay, I'm catching up now, Jesse. So you have a 4070? Okay. Firefox pops up. Ask me to grant permission free. Huh. Oh, hold on. Wait. Is it when you're trying to connect to your services that something's messing up and it like kicks out? So it's not like a resources thing, but your login information or something is crapping it out or causing it to kick out, something like that. You're having the same thing I used to have, or I still do, on the Flight Factor 750, 767 pair, where if I go to the certain services, it will like it kicks out. It just like kicks me out of the flight sim. But see, you're having okay. Yeah, everything else works fine. Even your Flight Factor 767 works fine. Yeah, my problem with my Flight Factor 767 is that thing with where I go to try to connect my services, it messes up. Jesse, it sounds like you're doing everything I would do. The only thing I would try that you haven't tried yet, but it sounds like you've tried about everything. Yeah, I kind of did have to land. Yeah, I think the people in the back wouldn't mind. The only thing you haven't done is to go back and to re-download, because I'm assuming you bought it off the Xplane the Xplane.org site. But I would re-download it. First of all, I would take everything out, and copy everything out. Just take it all out. So back it up, just to back up your liveries and stuff. But take it all out, do a re-download, and put it back like you just got it. And by the way, the re-download ought to probably be the latest version. They may have updated it in the site, but then see if you have the same result. Does it make sense? You may have already tried this. By the way, this Asheville airport really does look like this. I can tell you it does. I used to work for a military contractor, and they used to have to fly in here a lot, and this is how it looks. It looks just like it. I know exactly what you mean, Jesse. I'm sorry. I've been there. I think we've all been there a time or two, but yeah, I think when you're excited about flying and it keeps crapping out, yeah, but I think that would be my next step, and I'm curious what will happen. If that will at least get you back. So now you're just trying to get back to where you were, and then from there you could try to update again and see if it fixes it. And put back in your info, but be sure you get it all out when you do it. Be sure you take it all out, and even after you take it all out, next thing you're going to do is go back into Xplane a couple of times. Just go back into the main screen and then go back out so it updates itself, and then go back and add it back in.
Asheville ground, Western 0, correction, November 53070.
Okay, so that was
November 53070 is mid-ramp with information Juliet. We are requesting a VFR flight following to Hickory, 5,500.
all right.
Ground,
Hold on. Kick that.
Can you restate clearance?
So that was a good flight, by the way. Okay, so I had issues the last two flights. That's why it says third try on the description of this. Traffic Global kept bonking out, or something was going wrong with Traffic Global when I would get about 3/4 the way to Asheville, and it would just freeze. It would freeze everything. So to my reluctance, I uninstalled Traffic Global, and I just did this flight, and it did perfect. On top of the fact it was actually, I could tell, even smoother than it usually is, but it did perfect. So I hate it, but I think Traffic Global and 12.3 seem to be arguing a little bit, and I'm hoping they work through that because I really like Traffic Global. I think between World Traffic, Traffic Global, it really adds a lot to the effect, but I think for now I'm flying without it. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so Jesse, let me know how it goes. Maybe you pop in on one of my other flights soon and let me know how it goes. And I think you've just intrigued me now. Yeah, they have. The Traffic Global and the beta, I'm on beta 4, seem to be arguing a little bit with each other. Not sure what's happening. But the minute I uninstalled it, I had no trouble with the flight. And I even tried a Traffic Global where I cut back on the number of planes. There's a lot going on in the background. It really doesn't eat up my resources, but it still worked. All right, man. Jesse, I'll see you guys. Hey, thanks for popping in, and I'll see y'all. And now, yeah, I think I may try the 777 on a flight here the next time.